All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Houston Rockets recap video, the first of many all season long. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. I post Rockets content along with NBA content every single day. I know you guys would like it. Let's get into it, man. The Rockets were looking bad today, man. Thankfully, things started looking a little bit better in the third and fourth quarter, but oh my goodness, the first quarter was disastrous. The second quarter was disastrous. This goes back to, and keep in mind, it's the first game of the regular season, so I wouldn't take too much note of it, but I do think it speaks volumes for where this Rockets team is going to sit this year. 20 wins would be a success. I think 25 wins would be a major success. I think 30 plus wins would be an insanely huge success. They're clearly just missing a lot of different things, and particularly defense. 124 points given up to the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. They gave up 16 threes. Now, they shot 45% from the field, 33% from deep. They were not shooting well in the first half whatsoever, but they did start getting there. They actually out-rebounded the Minnesota Timberwolves. However, turnover-wise, this was really one of the key stats, was 19 turnovers. Sorry, not 19. 24 turnovers for the Rockets tonight. That is absolutely disastrous. It was led primarily from Kevin Porter Jr., who had 9 of them. Now, an interesting statistic is outside of Kevin Porter Jr., the Rockets starters only combined for 4 turnovers. So, like I said, it's not the end of the world. It's the first it's the first regular season game, I should say. They're going to go through growing pains. That's just what's going to happen. They're going to go through growing pains. Kevin Porter Jr., this was the biggest issue I had moving into the season. And I know he put in a lot of work shooting the ball. He only shot 4 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from downtown, ended with 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. That 9 turnovers, it's not going to happen every night, obviously, but it's something to monitor. It's definitely something to monitor. Hopefully his efficiency and his statistics will at least make up for the fact if he averages 3+ turnovers this upcoming season, but not a great debut night for Kevin Porter Jr. So Jalen Green, moving on, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Imagine a worse shooting game, but not as sloppy. That was Jalen Green tonight, 4 of 14 from the field, 1 of 6 from downtown, and I hate to give myself props here, but I did predict Jalen Green scoring 9 points tonight on horrible shooting. There wasn't anything I saw in preseason that was going to tell me he had either fixed his jump shot or figured out how to drive and get to the rim. I love Jalen Green, and I know he's in store for a good season, but towards the end of preseason, he was not looking good. This is something a lot of Rocket fans just don't seem to want to admit. Admitting it is the first step. Jalen Green in the last couple of preseason games, for the majority of the game, I'm not talking about flashes, in general, was pretty bad. That's just a straight up fact. And tonight, it definitely carried over. He's said quotes. Steven Silas has said quotes. He's a rookie, man. There's not really much he can go off of. I know he's played in the G League before, but there's a huge difference from the G League and the NBA. So it's going to take Jalen Green some time to get comfortable in his own shoes, get comfortable in this offense, get comfortable in the defense, and just get comfortable with the NBA speed in general. And tonight, obviously, it was his rookie night. You go through any rookie tonight, except, a handful of players, like specifically Chris Duarte, who dropped 27. Most rookies tonight struggled. Evan Mobley didn't struggle. Most rookies tonight struggled from shooting the ball as far as efficiency goes. So Jalen Green, I'm not too worried about him. He actually had 0 turnovers too, so that's a good sign. It was good he was able to put up 4 rebounds. It was good he was able to put up 4 assists, because if you're not being able to shoot the ball well, hopefully you're going to be able to do some other stuff. Now, Christian Wood, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Honestly, all of these Rocket starters, it seemed, the whole Rocket squad, it seems like they're still in preseason, and the concern there is not only energy, it's not only like rotations that Stephen Silas is throwing in, but I mean, there's also a skill worry here. I mean, you have guys like Christian Wood who hopefully are poised for a breakout season. Tonight wasn't his worst night, just a little inefficient. 6 of 15 from the field, but he finished with 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists in 32 minutes. If Christian Wood isn't able to put up better stats than what he did last year, obviously that sucks, but from a Rockets long-term financial outlook, that's good news. You know, you don't want to pay Christian Wood max money if he's not worth a max. And this is something I was trying to tell you guys in the offseason is let's hold it for a year. I don't know if Christian Wood is ready to be a max contract number one option. I still don't think he is. I don't think he'll get max. I don't think he will ever be a number one option. Not trying to say that as a complete roast. I just think the Rockets would be much better off with like a guard as their primary option, as their primary scorer, than Christian Wood, who is literally entering his second year of ever starting ever in the NBA. So take it with a grain of salt, but Christian Wood, he was at least able to be productive when he wasn't having a good shooting night. So that's what you want to see. Jae'Sean Tate, I'm shocked he started tonight. Absolutely shocked. 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for Jae'Sean, 1 of 4 from the field. This is another one of those situations where if Jae'Sean Tate doesn't break out, he's not going to get paid. And as much as that does suck from a skill standpoint, from a financial standpoint, it's not the end of the world. Mentioned that in today's video. The Rockets desperately need to figure out that small forward position. Daniel Tice, probably the Rockets' best starter, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from deep in only 20 minutes for him. So he was actually one of the Rockets' better players tonight. On the bench, Usman Garuba, he got some nice garbage time, 4 points, 2 rebounds. KJ Martin had a good game, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 3 of 4 from the field. A little bit of concerning just that KJ Martin Jr. played like 9 desperate minutes in garbage time. It's a little concerning that he isn't going to get much of an opportunity this year. And what even sucks more to that is that Daniel House wasn't here today because of the birth of his child. Congratulations, but it's not looking good for KJ Martin in the rotation as of right now. David Nwaba, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 17 minutes for him. He is definitely ahead of KJ Martin Jr. Alfred Şengün and Eric Gordon had the best games off of the bench for the Rockets. Şengün had 11 points, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds on efficient shooting, 3 of 4. Also threw in 3 steals. So good game from Şengün, and then Eric Gordon, 15 points, 6 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 from downtown. It's nice to see Eric Gordon get going. Honestly, at this point, I would love to see Eric Gordon start. At this point, just to try and stay somewhat relevant at the start of the season. That's it for today. If you guys enjoy it, hit the like button, hit that sub button, drop your initial Rocket opinion down below. It is the first game of the season, so don't get too upset. But that's about it. Peace.